According to court filings and transcripts, the Brooklyn, East New York-based elite assassin Millas, also known as E.A.M, is a set of the Blood Street gang that operated primarily in East New York. The gang made money through fraud and drug dealing, particularly sales of crack and marijuana. The gang's members murdered or attempted to murder its rivals to maintain its power. E.A.M even referred to its East New York-based chapter as Gun Town for the level of violence its members and associates committed and perpetuated. Among the members are Quandel Smothers, also known as Chucky, age 32, whom Bream Peace, United States Attorney for the Eastern District, stated Smothers, who fancied himself the gang's godfather and East New York his gun town. Then there is Taon Corbett, also known as Wreck, age 32. For years, Corbett inflicted violence on rivals and terrorized the East New York community, known as a shooter. According to the United States Attorney's Office, Smothers, aka Chucky, rose to the leadership position of E.A.M through violence and fear. E.A.M members reporting to Smothers referred to themselves as Homicide Town. Smothers agreed with other gang members and associates to deal drugs, commit fraud, and to murder or attempt to murder their rivals from 2006 to 2019, resulting in numerous shootings. On April 30th, 2011, Smothers, the so-called Godfather or GF of E.A.M, shot a fellow E.A.M member in the torso and leg over a drug and loyalty-related dispute, causing the victim's leg to be amputated. Over the years, the Smothers led the gang, his underlings, engaged in feuds with other local street gangs that frequently resulted in shootouts between the groups. As a result of shootings, 2 individuals were paralyzed by members of E.A.M, and one victim, Michael Tenorio, was murdered. Quandel Smothers, also known as Chucky, was sentenced by United States District Judge Matsumoto to 23 years for racketeering, conspiracy, and possessing a firearm in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime in connection with his leadership of the elite assassin Millas E.A.M. Smothers was convicted of the charges by a federal jury in February 2023 following a 2-week trial. Smothers conspired with other gang members and associates to deal drugs, commit fraud, and to murder or attempt to murder their rivals. From 2006 to 2019, resulting in multiple shootings that left one individual dead and several other victims permanently disabled. According to the United States Attorney's Office, in April 2015, Corbett, aka Wreck, shot and killed Michael Tenorio. Then between 2016 and 2018, Corbett engaged in extensive efforts to stalk and kill another individual, John Doe number 1. Corbett attempted to shoot and kill John Doe, Carl 1, in March 2016, but John Doe number 1 survived the shooting. When that murder attempt failed, Corbett and other members of E.A.M stalked John Doe number 1 to try to kill him again. On June 28, 2018, Corbett located John Doe number 1 and fired at him repeatedly at close range, striking him approximately 6 times. John Doe number 1 survived the shooting, but was left paralyzed. Evidence presented during the trial of a co-defendant showed that Corbett participated in at least 4 additional shootings over the years. Everyone who was subjected to the intimidation and brutality perpetrated by Mr. Corbett can breathe easier today with news of this meaningful prison sentence, stated NYPD Commissioner Edward A. Cabin. Taon Corbett, also known as Wreck, was sentenced by United States District Judge Kiyo Matsumoto to 45 years in prison. In September 2022, the defendant pleaded guilty to 3 firearm offenses involving murder or assault in aid of racketeering, each of which carried a mandatory consecutive term of 10 years. For years, Corbett inflicted violence on rivals and terrorized the East New York community with impunity, but with today's sentence, he has been punished for his repeated, flagrant disrespect for the law, stated United States Attorney Peace. According to the United States Attorney's Office, within the gang, Corbett developed a reputation as a shooter for being willing to shoot and kill other people. All 6 other members and associates of E.A.M. that were charged have pleaded guilty to crimes including murder, conspiracy to commit murder, assault, and interstate stalking, causing life-threatening injury. Taon Corbett was sentenced to 45 years imprisonment. Marlon Bristol was sentenced to 135 months imprisonment. Devin Bristol was sentenced to 80 months imprisonment. Desmond Beckett was sentenced to 64 months imprisonment. And Andrew Campbell was sentenced to 30 months imprisonment. Carwan Allen is awaiting sentencing. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Blessings.